Never thought we'd get to this point, huh? Yeah, I never thought so either, but here we are. We're here for the finale of NASCAR Racing 4 2001 season mode. We're here for the final race at New Hampshire, and it's here because of the unfortunate terrorist attacks that happened during that time, and I wanted to be historically accurate and also to commemorate those who have fallen on that day. Starting on the pole is mathematical championship favorite, Sterling Marlin. He's the long shot. But the one who has more likely of a shot winning the whole thing is Bobby Labonte, who's only like 80 points back behind Dale Jarrett now. And Dale Jarrett's the current points leader, and he starts 14th in this race, as you can see in the starting lineup right there. So this may or may not look good for Jarrett, but we'll see how this goes. As starting behind Marlin and Labonte are Jeff Burton, Bill Elliott, myself, Monica Conacher, and for the final race of 2001, we're looking forward to a much better season in 2002, as I believe Kevin Harvick will take home Rookie of the Year because of our up-tillion DNFs. Then we have Matt Kenseth, and oh yeah, and we also had a Ryan Newman-esque 2003 season, I should say that. Then we got Matt Kenseth, last week's winner, Dale Jarrett Jr., who finally got his first win of the season, in his third career win overall. And then you have Robert Presley and Rusty Wallace rounding out the top 10. So we'll see how this race ends, as I believe Sterling Marlin won this race at New Hampshire last time we were here, but we'll see if he sweeps it.
Driver, start your engine!
And this is the last time I'll say it, because this was not in the base game. Thank you, Graham Marshall, for not being sexist. And also, I won't say it for the other NASCAR games, because they didn't have because they had drivers start your engines in the default game. So, yeah.
Get ready now. Going green.
As anyway, we start right next to Kevin Harvick as pace cars going down pit road. Green flag is about to wait for the final time to start the race. As the green flag is out, we're underway here at New Hampshire for the final race of the season. Will Dale Jarrett hold out on all this? Marlin's looking really good now, but he needs that 18 to have some troubles in order to actually win the title. Yeah, well, he really needs to be hoping and praying for that. As Bill Elliott right now, he was the Kansas winner in this continuity. As we're in the top 5 now, Matt Kenseth is in 6th, Jeff Gordon in 9th, trying to get his final top 10 of the year, and his only win. So I'm not gonna say I'm gonna say his only win so far, because the season hasn't ended yet, is at a road course. He has not had a single oval win this season. That's just disappointing for Jeff Gordon standards. Jerry Nadeau's 9th is 10th right now, as we're going to get by Bill Elliott. As here comes, as Kevin Harvick, he fell back to 12th, and where's Dale Jarrett? That's the real question. I have no idea where he's at, where that 88 car is at. Oh, he's 17th. So that could, I don't know if that's going to hand the championship to Bobby Labonte at this point, but it'll be pretty close. But it'll just determine, because the championship was not locked up at Atlanta as I thought it was. Since Bobby Labonte and since Dale Jarrett had a good day, while and I fell back behind Matt Kenseth and Robert Presley, because Dale Jarrett and had to finish 3rd in the race, while Bobby Labonte and Sterling Marlin both were a lap down. as Marlin had to pit early on and had to fix some damage early on in the Atlanta race, and even though he wasn't involved in the crash, he had to, yeah, he went down pit road under caution.
Car outside.
But anyway, we're gonna get underneath Matt Kenseth
Clear.
for 5th. As Robert Presley is now gonna take 6th.
All right, we're back in 5th.
As Sterling Marlin is still in the lead. I don't think, I think he's got this. He's probably going to get his 7th win of the season. And it's quite impressive how neither he or I have won this title and given Dodge its first championship since the 70s. Well, I guess that goes to show that, that the points format is all about consistency, as we have the very consistent Bobby Labonte, who has not had a single DNF this season. You gotta applaud it for Bobby Labonte for holding it, for not having a single DNF this season, despite finishing low sometimes. But it is what it is. Even though if he was involved in any crashes, he still managed to. Well. Yeah, he still managed to finish the race regardless. Matt Kenseth fell down to 8th, now 9th, as Jeff Gordon's moving up for the field a little bit. But we're still like 3 seconds behind Marlin, so I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. This is probably like Sterling Marlin's best season in like a long time. And I have no idea who's I'm not sure what stats Marlin uses for this, but uses in the modded drivers, because he wasn't in the base game alongside Bill Elliott over here, and Robert Presley wasn't there either. But yeah, it's probably gonna be one of the base game drivers that's gonna win the title. As we just spin out Bill Elliott in his final start, final start 2001, as cautions out. As we have the possibly one of the final cautions of this season.
Stay behind the 99 car. You're in 4th.
As I wonder how this shakes up, because Dale Jarrett's all the way back, and he's I don't know where he's at. This is kind of problematic. He's 12 right now, so he might lock up he might get his 2nd title right now if things go his way.
Pit road is now open.
And let's just take a look at who's involved. Kurt Busch,
Whoa, slow down.
having a terrible rookie season, making Riley Herbst blush. I can barely say the name, but
20 laps to go.
He has 20 laps to go, and I don't think anyone really DNF'd, but Bill Elliott, he went from being in the top 5 to being 19th. I guess, again, that could have been worse for him, but still. You know, Casey Atwood's is 13th for his final race with the with Everham Motorsports. Well, technically final, because he's going to drive the 7 in the next season. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump cut to when the green flag is going to go back. We're going to go back. Alright, we're going to go back green with a few laps to go, past 20, I believe. Well, let me check and see. With 17 to go, and yeah, pace cars going off pit road, and we'll see how this championship battle fares with 17 to go.
Green.
As green flag is back out, we're just going to pass by Jeff Burton and Bobby Labonte just casually. Whoa, Bobby. Okay, whoa, and I think I just ruined Bobby Labonte's chances of winning the title, possibly. As here goes Robert Presley to 2nd. As we're side by side with Tony Stewart, and I just ruined Robert Presley's race too. It's like I'm playing bumper cars. As of now, for the umpteenth time in a row, I'm right behind Sterling Marlin.
Up to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 40 car. Okay, you're in 2nd.
As now the KTM was going to try and get a top 10 for one of the final times this season. Oh yeah, I didn't really mention this, but I did upload the Atlanta race the same day Greg Biffle passed away, so yeah, so I guess so yeah, I think Atlanta was was basically God's way of telling me that that it would be a good idea for Marlon not to win the title, I guess, because even though Bobby Labonte wrecked, we can still see Dale Jarrett in 7th. So only one of his championship threats is out of the picture, and it looks like Bobby Labonte will not go back to back in this continuity. So yeah, and of course, if you don't know why I said Marlon should not win the title this on this day, because as I'm recording this, today's the day that Biffle passed away. That it would be that in case you didn't know, back in 2004, Sturm Marlin called Greg Biffle the bug-eyed dummy, and of course the two were not really good. The two were pretty much enemies. So, I mean, that hasn't happened yet. Marlin still has a chance to rectify that, but still. So anyway, we're gonna restart with a few laps to go, and we'll jump cut when we're about to go green. Alright, we're about to go green with 12 to go, and of course, of course, it seems like Bobby Labonte's DNF-less streak, well, in other words, Bobby Labonte, even though I wrecked him, he still did not DNF. So that means he basically, he's still racing, and he's still only lap, unlike at Atlanta. So there might be a small chance he could win, but at the same time, it's very unlikely with 12 to go. So we'll see how this goes, as Sturm Marlin's about to lead us to the green here, and I'm gonna say that I'm gonna be glad to move on from this game because in 2002 and 2003 have way better quality of life improvements that NASCAR Racing 4 just doesn't have. So yeah, let's just continue on. As pace cars down pit road, as we're possibly gonna wait the green flag for the green a few laps ago, as I just took the lead. As I just took I just got 5 bonus points for leading the lap. So that's gonna help me a little bit, as I'm side by side with Sturm Marlin. We make contact. I'm on the outside, but I pass him on the outside, but I'm in the wall a little bit. Stewart goes by, Kenseth goes by, Gordon's right behind me, and Jerry Mayfield's also there. As Stewart is reeling in Sturm Marlin now a little bit, as Dale Jarrett is on the horizon, just looking to win his second ever Winston Cup. I don't know if I'm pretty sure Marlin's, even if Marlin wins this race and Jarrett finishes where he is right now, as we got 10 laps to go, Jarrett is now in 6th. Now Jarrett's more likely to win the title in that 88 UPS Ford. As I'm right by Matt Kenseth. Gotta win at come on, right. Arrow key, work. Okay, thank you. As I was gonna say, Jarrett is right now in 6th. He's more likely to win the title, his second Winston Cup, if he stays in this position, and even if Marlin wins the race. As I'm on the outside again, as we're gonna get by as we're gonna try and get by Matt Kenseth. As I got the draft on him, Stewart is still on Marlin's tail.
Clear.
Of course, I don't want it to I don't want it to really be over just yet. But Bobby Labonte is most likely not going to win this title. So sorry, but Texans, we failed to give Bobby Labonte his second straight title. But hey, Jarrett wins his second title in 3 years, so that's something, I guess. I mean, I guess this is kind of like, I mean, to be fair, Jarrett actually led the points early on in the 2001 season. Early on in the 2001 season until Jeff Gordon became the more dominant driver. But, yeah. As Jarrett's now in the top 5, it's now more likely than ever he's going to win the title, as I'm just getting picked up by Tony Stewart, and I hope I don't wreck him.
Clear.
As, well, maybe I just pushed Stewart down a little bit, but that's okay. He's fine. Don't worry, guys, he's fine.
You're back in second.
As Marlin, I'm not going to have him win a race in the same day Biffle died, so we're just going to carry on. As I'm going to try and get my 10th win of the season and make Brian France question his sanity and possibly gender even more. How I won 2 races, but yet never walked away with the title and become the first rookie to win it. As Marlin has led the most laps, as we have 5 laps to go. As Stewart is all the way back now. Jarrett's 4th place finish might actually be enough to win the title, as Bobby Labonte fell back to 38th. As I think it's now more likely than ever that yeah, because Jarrett is moving up. I think Jarrett actually secretly knows that he has a championship to win. If the CPUs know that, then that's interesting. But Jarrett moves his way up to 4th as Kenseth falls down to 5th. As for side by side, Kevin Harvick's in 10th. I don't know how many laps are left. It's hard to tell. But I almost won this race in the summer, but I choked it last second, and Stuart Marlin I think won, or maybe it was Tony Stewart. We got 3 to go. I know Harvick was close to winning, but yeah. I don't know where this is gonna put me in points if I win this race, and yeah.
Just
2 laps to go. I'm cruising on to my way to a 10th win this season, and basically being the best rookie in NASCAR history. Even though I'm probably not going to win Rookie of the Year because Kevin Harvick had less DNFs than I did. Maybe because of the jank of this game, I have no idea. But out of all this, despite all this, Dale Jarrett might possibly win this title. It's more than likely, but
bring it home.
Since Marlin's no longer in the lead, I mean, he still had the most laps, and he's more. I think he's going to get the max points at the end, regardless. So I don't think much would be affected if I won this race and Marlin didn't. As coming off the final corner of the season, I'm going to get my 10th win of the 2001 season. And I'm going to end my rookie year with a bang and win at New Hampshire.
You won! Hey, you just won a race. Next thing you know, Boston will win the series.
Well, if you were from Boston, from like how Scout's from Boston, you'd be fucking dead, crew chief. But anyway, Tony Stewart finished second, and coming here is your champion, Dale Jarrett. Possibly. Because Marlin was 120 points back, and Jarrett was in the points lead before entering this race. So I think Jarrett's going to win the title, and he's going to go to championship. Because I think, to be fair, I don't think Jarrett actually did burnouts in real life ever. And there goes Steve Park crossing the line.
Race is over. Come on in.
As we're going to do our final burnout.
right? Looks like we got damage on the left front.
We were just doing burnouts now. The final time this season. Anyway, so we got our final win of the season. We could have gotten We could have gotten a 3-in-a-row streak at Atlanta, then here. But yeah. So we win the race. Sturm only got second. I don't think it was enough for him to win the title. And then you have Tony Stewart, Dale Jarrett, Jeff Gordon, and Matt Kenseth, Jerry Mayfield, Dale Jarrett Jr., Kevin Harvick, and Jerry Nadeau round out the top 10 as Casey Atwood finishes 11th in his final season in the 19, his first and only season in 19. Your Daytona 500 winner, Michael Waltrip, finishes 12th, and then got Mark Martin, goes winless this season, but he gets to be the best driver to not have a single win this season. Mike Wallace with another impressive run. Man, that 7 car has been something else lately. No wonder why Roy Abraham wants it. Well, partially wants it, but that's a bit complicated. Anyway, Joe Nemechek, then you got Bill Elliott. Despite wrecking earlier, he still managed to make it. And then you got the rest of the field. Bobby Labonte, very, very disappointed. He did not capitalize on that title. But considering where how Jarrett moved up in the ranks later on in the race, I don't think Bobby Labonte would have won the title anyway. So I don't think it's a big deal. And besides, it was more of the arc break jank that this game has. I'm not sure if any of the other Papyrus NASCAR games have that. But we're going to find out if Jarrett is actually the champion. Okay, weird. Championship chase comes to an end. Okay, even though the image says Monica Conger wins the title, that's not actually true. Because if you read the fine print there, I win at New Hampshire, and Dale Jarrett takes home his second Winston Cup title. As John Marlin finishes second in points, Bobby Labonte got third. And then Tony Stewart got fourth, and then you have Rick Rossi Wallace. Kevin Harvick in his rookie season gets sixth, much better than he did in real life. Dale Jr. finishes seventh. Jeff Gordon, the real life champion, finished eighth, not having a single oval win this season. I finished ninth, so we didn't really gain any ground at all after New Hampshire. After Atlanta. And Mark Martin being the finishes in the top 10 despite not having a single win this season. And yeah, that's basically it. That's the finalized point standing. So Bobby Labonte, despite having no DNFs and having just as many top 10s as Dale Jarrett, Dale Jarrett had more top 5s. Dale Jarrett still managed to get his second Winston Cup Series title. Sir Marlin, even though he got 6 wins, he did not he had more top 5s, but still a lot less top 10s. And but yeah, laps completed. You can see Jarrett had more laps completed than Marlin did, and Bobby Labonte finished more laps, but even though it doesn't show, he finished 99% of it, but yeah. You have Rusty Wallace over here, and if we look below, Bill Elliott finishes 11th in the final set standings, ahead of Jeff Burton. Then Ricky Rudd, who's still looking for his first win for Robert Yates. Then Jeremy Mayfield with his final season at Penske. They have Mark Presley, Matt Kenseth with his one win, basically being better than he was in real life in 2001, getting a win at Talladega. They have Jerry Nadeau, Mike Wallace, Ward Burton, who got a win later in the season, Rockingham, and Michael Waltrip, the Daytona 500 winner, like he won it in real life, finishes 20th in the final standings. And you have Ken Schrader, Casey Atwood, Steve Park, Terry Labonte, Joe Nemechek, Jason Leffler, Ron Hornaday, Mike Skinner, Kevin LePage, Johnny Benson, Jimmy Spencer, Bobby Hamilton, John Andretti, Buckshot Jones, Ricky Craven, Todd Bodine. Elliott Sadler moves up to 37th despite being 40th pretty much all season. Kurt Busch falls down to 38th. They have Dave Kenny Wallace, and Kyle Petty finishes 40th out of all the drivers that made the final season. And despite this, he's still 1 point behind Hermie Sadler. Interesting how that happens, as Dave Blaney is 114 points back, and he's 42nd points, and Hut Strickland missed the most races, and he gets last in points. So yeah, so that's the 2001 season. So after this, I'm going to do NASCAR Racing 2002 season, where I already made my car, and also made it for 2003 as well. And on that same time as well, I'm going to do a season mode for NASCAR Game 2011 on the Wii, Dolphin Emulator, as Greg Biffle, to commemorate his passing. I mean, Biffle drove a car sponsored by the Wii in real life in 2007, so I feel like it would only make sense for that to be the case. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Congratulations to Dale Jarrett winning his second Winston Cup Series championship.